everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and today we're doing a try a chapter video. I feel like this was maybe a tag video back in the day, but I'm not totally sure, and I also don't know what like the tag questions would be. Basically, I just have 3 similar books and I'm trying to decide which one to read for a particular prompt with the Pop Sugar reading challenge that I'm doing. So I figured I'd do a try a chapter video previously on M Likes Books. Now let's pick some of the prompts. Oh, a Western. I pulled Western out of my TBR jar thing. So I went to Twitter and asked for recommendations of different Westerns, and I was looking around Goodreads and such trying to figure out what to read because I don't think I've ever really read a Western before. It's not a genre that I would be like super interested in or intrigued by normally, so I wasn't really sure where to start. Immediately, the first thing that came to mind was Vengeance Road by Erin Bowman. Back in the day when I was first kind of getting into BookTube, I remember Reagan from Peruse Project read this. I distinctly remember this book cover on her shelf. So this is, it sounds like a revenge story for our main character, Kate. Her father was murdered for revealing the location of a hidden gold mine, and so Kate goes on a revenge journey disguised as a boy. As Kate gets closer to the secrets about her family, a startling truth becomes clear. Some men will stop at nothing to get their hands on gold. So this is the first one that I'll read a chapter from. I next had a couple people recommend Inland by Tea Obreht. I do own her book, The Tiger's Wife, but I haven't read it. And I know nothing about this book, but I have heard really good things about her as an author. So it sounds like this one is 2 different stories about 2 people who are in the Arizona territory of the US in the late 1800s. And we have Nora, who is awaiting the return of her husband, who went in search of water, and her 2 oldest sons, who disappeared after an argument. And then we have Lurie, a former outlaw, and he seems to have sort of like the ability to see ghosts and speak with ghosts. I don't really know. I didn't know or anticipate anything fantastical or paranormal about this before reading the synopsis, but I imagine their 2 stories intersect. It says something about how he finds reprieve from their lost soul's longing in an unexpected relationship that inspires a momentous expedition across the West. So I have absolutely no idea what to expect from this, but that's option number 2. And then finally, I have a novella which was recommended by a few people on Twitter, and I've also seen this recommended on the Facebook group for the Pop Sugar Challenge a bunch, and that's Upright Women Wanted by Gailey. It's a novella. She wrote Magic for Liars and River of Teeth, I want to say it's called, something like that. This one, I don't really remember what it's about, but on the cover, on the book, it says at the top, "Are you a coward or are you a librarian?" So I feel like that alone is super intriguing. If I'm remembering correctly, I think it's a bunch of lesbian librarians also. An explicitly anti-fascist near-future story of queer identity. So this is interesting. The other two are both historical, whereas this is futuristic. This is just so intriguing to me. The future American Southwest is full of bandits, fascists, and queer librarian spies on horseback trying to do the right thing. I know the audiobook is on Scribd and the first chapter is up on Tor, so I know I can read at least the first chapter and then decide if that's the book I want to pick. I'm kind of leaning towards this one if you can't tell, but I wanted to do this, and I, like I said, got recommendations for all 3 of these from multiple people, so thought I'd give them all a try. It is currently snowing where I live, which I'm not like thrilled about. So I'm gonna cozy up and read each chapter and then check back in with you, hopefully still tonight. It might end up being tomorrow, and then I will let you know what I've decided to read. Hello again. It's now 2 days later. I'm just gonna be real with you. So I've read the first... Okay, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've read the first chapter of 2 of the books. First, as you'll see, I did it in my little montage. I read the first chapter of Vengeance Road, and I just can't do it. I'm sure this works for some people, but it's got like, it weren't no secret Pa owned the best plot of land along Granite Creek, and I reckon that's why they killed him. Like, I just can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't read a book in that tone. It just doesn't work for me. I've spent most of the reading experience just being annoyed by that. I did read the full chapter, but I'm just not into it. It also just wasn't my kind of story. Didn't really love what I read, so we're not gonna go there. And then I read maybe half of the first chapter of Inland, and it's not bad, but it is too smart for right now. I need something a little bit lighter. This felt like it was gonna be a little dense, a little heavy, and after half of the first chapter I was still very confused and couldn't like focus very well, so I'm not going to say like I would never read this. I'm definitely taking Vengeance Road off my TBR. But this one, I do want to read Tea Obreht, and like I said, I have another of her books, so maybe I'll try that one first. This will go back to the library when the libraries are open again. But then I did read the first chapter of Upright Women Wanted, and it was very weird and intriguing, and I'm definitely gonna go with that one. I don't know if I mentioned this in my little intro, but I'm picking this for the OWL's prompt of reading a book outside of your favorite genre, and I'm taking that to the extreme and going with a book or a genre that I've never read. I'm excited to see where that goes. I definitely want to try doing this again in the future. I'm a very indecisive person. I'm a Libra. I think it's kind of fun to pick a couple of books that are kind of all different, all very different, but have something in common, and then doing this again sometime in the future. It was fun. So yeah, leave me some like suggestions of similarity, or like a type of book or a trope or something, and I'll do this again. Like try a chapter of like 3 similar but different books. I think that would be a super fun thing to do sporadically. And yeah, so leave me some suggestions for that down below in the comments. You can also find links to all of my social media accounts in the description box if you'd rather connect with me there. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my next video. But until then, happy reading. Bye.